All right. Welcome to the Basement Banter podcast. I'm your host, Drew, along with my co-host, Bradey. Behind the X's and O's, you all know who it is. Frappuccino Nick.
Me, motherfucker. Yeah, we're back with another
Can
one.
do we have the fucking... Can they see us already, or do you still have the other
No, still
thing
have
up?
it. Want me to switch
Oh.
already?
Yeah, they'll like our hats.
Yeah.
We're matching team today.
Matching teams today. Let's fucking go.
Go Jets.
We got an interesting one for you guys today.
Yep, as promised, we're going through every division.
Last week.
We started with NFC West. Today we are going to the NFC North. Who does that consist of, Brady?
You talking to me now?
We're talking to you.
Oh, we're doing the North first. I thought we were doing South. North is Chicago, Lions, Green Bay, Minnesota.
Yep. Great.
The last one was loading, but
And we will start with Chicago. Any well, actually, before we dive in, any thoughts on the NFC North, Brady? Or Nick?
Any thought? Like, what do you mean thoughts? Like, just
Any
like
thoughts
general
on it?
overall outlook. I mean, I do think the Bears are more interesting than people think.
I agree.
I think Ben Johnson's gonna get the best out of Caleb Williams, hopefully, for my fantasy team.
Highly competitive league, especially last year.
I forgot I gotta hide
Yes,
this.
very.
Detroit won 15-2.
Green Bay was what?
Green Bay was third at 11-6.
And then Minnesota was.
I'm
pretty sure
third.
Minnesota
I might have to send
was
13.
14-3.
Yeah, either 13-4 or 14-3.
And then the Bears were 5-12. But I don't think the Bears are going to be 5-12.
Well,
we'll get there. We get there when we talk about the Bears. But
yeah,
it all depends on one person's shoulders, and we'll talk about it in about 2 seconds.
I think the NFC North is going to be one of the most competitive divisions again.
Easy. Has the best rivalries too, to be honest. Green Bay, Chicago is probably the best rivalry in NFL history.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As a football fan, it's always Green Bay, Chicago. Green Bay, Chicago is always something you tune into.
Even though Green Bay has just owned them because of Rodgers.
For a while.
Just
but
absolutely.
It's still
Bears
fun to watch.
It is, but the Bears have just been shit. They were really bad. They've gotten better.
True. All right, why don't we dive into them? And yes, I'm only looking up. Yes, so they were 5-12 last season. They finished 27th in offense. Let me see my notes here. 13th in defense, so not good. I was just looking up because my first thing was going to be talking about coaching because I think that is the biggest aspect of this, and that forgot Matt Eberflus's name. Talk about a bad coach. Guy was not ready. That was a classic shitty Bears hiring, too. I forget. He wasn't even a coordinator that long, I don't think. He was terrible. That was like classic shitty hiring for the Bears. He was only there 2 years, I think, right?
I think
2 years.
No longer than 2 years.
14. Had a 14-32 record. So here's the thing. I mean, Caleb Williams put up a lot of stats. They couldn't win games. Coaching definitely played a huge role in that, though.
Yes.
Because it was that bad. I mean, watching them reminded me of the Gase Jets. It was like hard to watch. Like nothing made sense. You know, I've seen my fair share of bad coaches, but that was Matt Eberflus is nothing short of atrocious.
But now they have
that's the past.
Now
they have who?
They have the offensive guru Ben Johnson coming off.
Ben Johnson. Yeah, Ben Johnson coming off. The mastermind behind
the mastermind behind the Lions offense. I mean,
yep.
That's really what it was. Coming off their best season. I think that's probably the biggest move for the Bears all offseason.
He's partially from the Bill Parcells coaching tree and Mike Sherman. Mike Sherman, Bill Parcells, the new Dan Campbell coaching tree. Although I feel like Dan Campbell didn't have much to do with the offense, so I feel like that's a weird statement to make. But Dan Campbell gave him a lot of power in Detroit. He didn't do much. I feel like the only power Dan Campbell used was some of those fourth downs were definitely the head coach call.
Oh yeah, the going for it. That was a lot of.
Some of those, I think it was probably
was Dan Campbell's just
stepping
being
in.
Dan Campbell.
So that's a big question. Is he going to keep that fourth down aggressiveness? I feel like probably a little bit, but I highly doubt you're going to see it to the extent that Detroit does it. I don't know how you feel about that. I don't see them.
I think it'll be more than they did last year, like significantly. But
more than Matt Eberflus for sure. But
yeah, but will it be like every 4th and 1 or 4th and 3 at the goal line? Are they going to go for it? No, because they don't have the same personnel. I mean, you got to have. I don't know. I think having Montgomery and Gibbs kind of.
Well, yeah, I mean that too, but I also think a piece of it is that that's Dan Campbell's philosophy. Well, if he's past the 50-yard line and it's under if it's 4th and 2, he's going for it. Most coaches aren't do that. They're either punting.
Dude, the amount of times we're sitting there watching. The amount of times we're sitting there watching games, and it's just like Dan Campbell's going for this.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends.
He wouldn't. But it's.
I don't think that was Ben Johnson. I think that was more Dan Campbell. Although I would imagine Ben Johnson, some of that probably rubbed off on him. So I wouldn't be shocked if you see.
Especially.
But one thing you always see is a lot of first-time head coaches become more conservative, and they try to play the long game. Because the thing with playing like Dan Campbell is if you don't get any of the fourth downs, then you look like an idiot.
Huge job.
You're flipping it. Because here's the thing: if you get the first down, everybody calls you a genius. If you don't get it, then everybody calls you an idiot. There's no in between. You know what the radio and the media is going to say. It's either it works out or it doesn't. They're going to rip you if it doesn't. They're going to praise you if it does. So yeah. I doubt you see as much of it, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see more than most. The big thing, and then the second big thing is since Jared Goff is not, on stats-wise he is, but he's not a top 10 quarterback in the league.
Hey, we're talking about the Bears here.
Well, but this is part of it.
All right.
He's not a top. Well, some people might have him around 10, but he's not. Let's just say Jared Goff's not even close to top 5. That's for sure. He's above.
Yeah.
If you tier the quarterbacks into 3 tiers, he's a high 2, second tier. He's a good second tier quarterback. So what you gotta do? You gotta surround a guy like that with a really good offensive scheme, and you're gonna surround him with good players to make them play well. The thing is, can he help Caleb like he's helped Goff? That's the question.
I mean, Caleb has weapons. There's no denying that.
He has weapons.
I mean, you got
this is the make or break season.
This is like he's got DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, Roma Duze, DeAndre Swift, who's probably coming off his best season. A lot of under. Nick.
Sorry, I'm sick.
That's whatever.
I think I have pneumonia.
Good. But
what do you mean good?
DeAndre Swift arguably coming off his best season. He played maybe not his best, but
yeah.
And
I mean, Caleb Williams had a lot of yards and he had a lot of rushing yards. I think it's fair to say that the stats are going to be similar, but the efficiency will go up. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for efficiency. Because the stats were there. I mean, he had over 4,000 passing yards, I think, and he had a good amount of rushing yards too. I don't know how much, but it was a decent amount. And so, I mean, how much is he? What is he going to get? 5,000? Probably not. I mean, but his efficiency was low. So
Luther Burden.
That's what you look. Well, we'll get to that.
I know. You're right. I'm getting way too ahead of myself here.
let's get in the draft picks now.
I know.
I mean,
well,
but
let's
let's start.
Luther Burden was their second round pick, wide receiver.
Yeah, but let's talk about their baby, Colston Loveland. That's their baby. That's their number one. Everybody can talk about Luther Burden, and he looks great. Small sample size. That pick was terrible, in my opinion. But
yeah, that's exactly what
he's gonna fit Ben Johnson's scheme a lot better than Cole Kmet can fit Ben Johnson's scheme.
I mean, we've seen two tight end schemes together that worked time after time. And is Colston Loveland more of a blocker, or is he more of a blocking tight end or a receiving tight end?
No, he's a speed. The draft comparison was Kittle. That was the draft comparison. He's good. He's an okay blocker. He's a little skinny to take on anybody too big, but he's obviously high efficiency in the air, good vision in the field. Cole Kmet is a solid passing option, but Cole Kmet also is a good blocker. But the idea is Colston Loveland is definitely a better passing down tight end. That's what they wanted. Clearly, there's a disconnect between Cole Kmet and Ben Johnson in that scheme. They clearly didn't think he could run that scheme effectively.
Or they just genuinely want both. We have no idea till week 1.
True, but you wouldn't invest a first-round pick if you didn't think that position was so needed. And like I've always been in the case that you draft the best player in the draft board. You don't just draft for position, but clearly, I mean, positional value goes into it. So clearly, they think Colston Loveland. I mean, he's going to be their guy. He's the first round pick. He's a top 10 pick. Cole Kmet's moving down the depth chart.
I don't even think Colston Loveland was the best tight end in the class.
No, that'd be Tyler Warren, but Tyler Warren's a different kind of. Tyler Warren's more like he's a bigger guy. Colston Loveland is not that big. I mean, I say he's not that big. I mean, he's probably 240, but that's small for a blocking tight. Like, he's not a blocker. He's a receiving tight end. He's a speed guy. He's a guy that if you have
6'6", 240.
That's a guy if you have like a linebacker is forced into man coverage, that's going to be a problem for the defense. He's going to be fast. Cole Kmet, though, he's pretty good. He's pretty good in the air too. I mean, I love Cole Kmet. I mean, he was a great pick for me too. But you don't feel if you have a good linebacker who's good at blocking the pass, you're not extremely worried about putting him one-on-one with Cole Kmet. It's not as much as a guy who's 240 and is more of a speed guy in receiving. He's young too. He's only 21, which is young, especially with COVID. You know, we had guys come out of the draft a year ago who were like 24. It's like they're already in their fucking prime. You'd rather younger guys, in my opinion. But so we'll have to see what happens there. And then second round, obviously they go Luther Burden, I believe that. Yep, 39th pick. Yeah. Let's talk about bigger guy, bigger wide receiver. He's got great route running from what it looks like, from what we saw in preseason. Small sample size. I mean, we got to remember he's playing backups and he's playing sometimes less than backups. We got to remember that. He's got to move his way up the depth chart. It'll be interesting to see there. We got to wait for next Tuesday once the 53-man rosters come out, see where the depth charts lie and all that.
If everything that's actually official, because one thing's.
But he looks like he may not be a starter day one, but he's going to contribute for sure. He's going to contribute this season. That was a good pick. You got to like that pick so far. He's a good blocker, so you're going to see him maybe on a lot of screen passes. Maybe a lot of first down plays, like if you're running a sweep, you're running an outside zone. That's a guy you probably want at wide receiver. So not bad great pick so far, and he looks good. I mean, you can't complain. But again, let's not. Sometimes people get too crazy about the fucking preseason. Like, oh, this guy played bad. This fight, they're playing nobody. So wait to see what happens. But
so I have a rule with preseason. I tend for preseason. It's kind of like I do it with basketball. It's like preseason in summer league. Ignore the bad, but you do highlight the good. Because usually players that stand out like crazy in the preseason are showing flashes of something. But like, dude, if a good player's having a slump in the preseason, you don't fucking. That's whatever. It's just preseason.
That's true.
But like, when you see a player have a really, really big flash in preseason, it's like you can kind of like there's something there. I don't know. It's hard to explain. You got
true.
It like
I think the biggest thing is, I haven't looked at as much as I wish on him so far. But I think the problem is now in the media and on Twitter, you get these people saying he's amazing. I mean, we have no idea. I mean, he could not be that great. There's been plenty of guys who've looked great in the preseason as wide receivers and turned out to be nobodies. I mean, it's not that great. I mean, like I said, half the guys playing against are getting cut. There's 90 guys on a roster right now? They're going down to 53 soon. Those 40 are still playing in the games. I mean, you got to wait and see. He shows flashes, but, like I said, take it with a grain of salt. We got to wait. If the depth chart is going to tell you a lot, I mean, if he is, and then week one, how much is he playing? How much of the route? Like, what's his route here? Like, that's the thing. That's the problem. I haven't watched enough film on him to know. Wide receivers in the NFL, you got to know about 20 routes. Some guys come in, they only know 9, then they got to learn. How many different routes was he running in college? I don't know. Could have been a lot, could have been a little. That's a big thing. But someone else could know more than me on that. But I think it's a good pick. But I think people are getting sometimes get a little too crazy. Plus, that puts too much pressure because then you're like, oh, why isn't he starting week 1? Well, there's a reason he's probably not starting week 1 if he's not. Give him time to develop. He looks good. It's not. And he's going to contribute. Hopefully. We can hope.
They can hope.
Yeah.
I don't.
To be fair, I would rather. Not a huge Bears guy. Let's see.
They don't play the Titans this year. Yeah, you can do it.
I mean, those are the two biggest stories. I mean, you have what's going on with Colston Loveland? What's their tight end room looking like?
Obviously, Keenan Allen.
Luther Burden looks good. Looks like a great pickup in the second round for a 39th pick. Can't complain there. I think if I remember, I wrote something. I can't find it about their offensive line.
They did just re-sign Tyson Bagnet.
Yep.
Extended.
And he looks
Bagnet.
good too. He looks like he's been getting better. He's making quick reads, which is important. Which makes you feel better about which if you're looking at their over-under this year, that makes you feel better because if Caleb Williams stinks, I mean, if you have a guy who
still might be competent.
Tyson looks like he looks like he's a guy who can actually make his first read, switch to his second read. A lot of guys can't even do that in the NFL. He looks competent. And, well, we already knew he was competent. He played decently well. He played decently well before, but he looks even better. Again, against some nobodies, but...
Well, like I said, the highs.
Yep.
If you see...
This is right. Their offensive line... I was right. Their offensive line is really good this year. What's going to help? It's not top 5, but it's damn close. That's, the games are one up front. Offensive lines are probably the most important thing. Do you see him?
Yeah, I do.
Offensive lines are, possibly the most important thing for a rookie quarterback because you got to get them comfortable in the pocket. When they start running all over the place, that's when shit just goes to hell. And that's what happened to Caleb Williams last year, although he was still able to make good yardage. And so he showed a lot of heart.
That's just the pure talent that he has. That's just the pure talent.
Yep, he has a lot of talent. And I think that's anything on the defense? Let's see. I didn't write anything down for the defense, unfortunately. The defense was what? 13th in defense, which is good. That's what you want. If you can keep that ranking, you're right there. I don't think they made too many changes to their defense. Defensive line looks solid. Linebacker, they got a new rookie linebacker,
sure
so we'll see what happens there.
Besides the draft, I don't think they made any other moves.
I'm checking out.
It was the draft, Ben Johnson, and I think it was just internal development is the route they went, I believe.
Yeah, they just lost the edge defender who Daryl Taylor, who 100th on PFF, nothing important. They lost this Tevin Jenkins. He's a good guard. That was a little unfortunate. Yeah, it's pretty close to the same team besides your new there's some depth guys and stuff. New coach, some new like Luther Burden, Colson Loveland. So, it's a pretty similar team. If you can get 13th out of this defense, this team is a dark horse to, I wouldn't say win the division, but they might still be in the race come December. Let's say this. They might be playing meaningful games in December. That's what we all want, right, as fans, if your team looks okay. Meaningful games in December. There's nothing worse than watching a fucking NFL season and your team is playing, and then by November, it's like it's already over. It's like, that sucks. Been there, done that. Unfortunately, too many times. It's like every other year we're practically playing, as a Jets fan, meaningless games by November. If we're playing meaningful games in December, it feels like we're in the playoffs at that point. That 2023 season, that was special. Fucking fell apart towards the end, but it was special for a minute because we actually were playing meaningful games. But let's move on. Straight to the Detroit Lions. Scroll down here. All right, finished 15-2. I doubt they're going to keep that record again. 15-2.
You don't have a pick. You don't have a pick for the Bears.
Oh, what's their over under?
So first off, I'll tell you what I'm taking. I'm taking Caleb Williams to have over 23.5 passing touchdowns.
Yeah, it's solid.
I really like that. And their over under is 8.5.
That's a great line. Because you could see it either way.
Over 8.5 is plus 115. Under is 8.
It's it's just such a tough division. Like, they could have a half decent season and lose 6 games in the division. If guys we talk about later, like JJ McCarthy, pans out, I mean, we got to see what the division looks like later. But
like their schedule isn't. Their schedule seems fine, except, dude, it's just like, I mean, they have to play the Ravens, Eagles. Yeah, they got, and they're. I don't know.
That's a great line. I'm gonna go under for that. I'm thinking 8, but I'll just take under for that. I don't want to get too crazy with it. I wouldn't be shocked if they screw me on that, but if I had to bet it right now, I'd bet the under. All right. What do we have for the Lions? So the Lions actually, they win 15 games. That's obviously extremely hard to repeat. So I don't think anybody was thinking they're going to repeat that. But you're still expecting a really good team. Their over-under is only 10.5.
No, they come out and get DJ Reed too.
If they lose by half a point, that's a 5-game drop. Are they 5 games worse than last year? But were they 15-2 team last year too? That's another question you got to ask. To be honest, is anybody in the NFL a 15-2 team? Like, that's such a hard record to get. It's almost impossible, but they got it.
All right. Take some luck.
Yeah, they were second in offense, 5th in defense. They lost both of the coordinators. Aaron Glenn to the Jets, Ben Johnson that we just talked about to Chicago Bears. So that's tough. And I didn't know this, but I hadn't looked at their coaches in a while. Each coach was hired in-house.
Yeah, they promoted
which was
in-house.
interesting. Which is either going to be really good or that's really going to bite them in the ass. I don't know which.
Could also be a really
In-house
small telling, and
continuity.
They might just let
Continuity
Dan Campbell
hires
do
are.
it, man.
That's
I
the
bet
thing
you see
is
Dan
like,
Campbell do a lot of the play calling this season.
how much is Dan Campbell going to take over? And like he already had a big part. Like Dan Campbell already had a big piece of the defense, even with Aaron Glenn, more so than Ben Johnson with the offense. He let Ben Johnson control a lot more than that than he let Aaron Glenn. Although he let Aaron Glenn run free too, it wasn't as much as Ben Johnson. So this is a test, I would say, for Dan Campbell if he's a legit great coach, because he had two legit coordinators who you could just. I mean, he's a glue guy, but you could take him out and they're still coaching that team pretty well on their own. I mean, they had a great team. Now. Yeah, so this is a test for Dan Campbell, I think, a test year if he's a serious coach, which it seems like he is, but this is like if he beats that over under and gets like even 11 wins, that shows he's a good he's a really good coach. And I really like him too. They finished second in offense, fifth in defense. They lost to Washington in the playoffs in Division I, which was a terrible loss. I mean, they were the better team
without Hutchinson.
Yeah, I mean that was a bad loss, so it never should have happened. Washington was a good team, but they were definitely the better team. So that was tough for sure. But can they break into the NFC? So I mean, what's the expectations from the fans from the media? It's to make the conference championship. I mean that you have to outdo yourself from last year, but it's not going to be easy. That's for sure.
No.
Hutchinson, I heard good things about his recovery. So, we got to wait and see how he ends up doing. They always have a great offensive line. One guy I wanted to highlight was second-round pick, Tate Ratledge out of Georgia. You all right? Tate Ratledge out of Georgia. He's a guy, he's only a second-round pick, but he was good at Georgia, and he has such good vets surrounding him. And he's an inside guy, too. Like, tackle, you'd be more worried about. Inside guy is going to have a lot of help. He has great veterans around him. I think, that's going to help him develop, and it's going to hide his flaws more, too. Because, you're going to be doing a lot of double teams, stuff like that. It's going to minimize any damage by being a rookie he could do if he was more like a tackle. I mean, their offense line is still great. I mean, still have Mahogany, still have Sewell. And their passing game still looks great, too. What do you think about their passing game?
Like just the receivers in general?
Yeah, just go over the receivers.
I mean,
they have a great running back receiving running backs too. But we'll focus on the wide receivers.
We know what Amon-Ra St. Brown is, but I personally myself am really high on Jameson Williams.
Yep.
This season, you saw Jameson Williams after he came back after. I'm pretty sure it was a suspension, right? Or was it suspension? Or
was it suspension? I'm not sure on that, but it could be. And they picked up Tim Patrick as a wide receiver. We'll have to see what he becomes. He hasn't been great throughout his career, but he hasn't been awful. So that's something to look at for sure going forward. But, I mean, if he can be a solid number 3 option with Amon-Ra St. Brown and, fucking Jameson Williams, you really don't need anybody special. You need just someone who can run a good route, make a play here and there. You're number 3.
Oh, yeah. So Jameson Williams, he had the gambling suspension. He was hurt for a couple weeks last season. When he came back towards the end, he looked really good. And I don't know, man. I think he's. I don't know. Value fantasy pick right there.
Yeah, I agree.
Like last season, I want to see what he did last season real fast.
I don't have too much on their offense because their offense is still a lot of the same guys, which is obviously really going to help that's going to help the coordinator a lot too, because these guys already know the book. Who?
You're gonna see more from Gibbs. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I think so too.
They're gonna use a little bit less of Montgomery in the split back situation, and they're gonna take advantage of Gibbs more. But so last season for Jameson Williams, obviously last season he had 58 receptions for 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns, or 7 touchdowns. Sorry, dude. I don't know. I think you.
Yeah, and he was only drafted in 2022, so he's entering his prime right now.
Former first round pick.
Yeah, he would be 24 right now. So yeah, turning 20, 24, I believe. So he's entering his prime right now. So that's good. Good for him. Yeah, that's gonna this is kind of a season we're gonna see what we got, from Jameson Williams. Especially with a guy like Tim Patrick probably at the number 3 slot. Let me just look at the depth chart to make sure I'm right on that. I believe it's going to be him, but I don't want to fuck it up. Yeah. I don't really have anybody else. I mean, Khalif Raymond maybe could play a little bit, but he's going to be the number 2 guy behind Amron. So this is his time to shine. And
oh no, I'm stupid. I don't think he didn't miss any games last season.
Who?
Jameson Williams. I must be.
Yeah, I don't remember him getting suspended or anything, but
no, he got suspended. I think in 2023 for gambling.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
he was one of the gamblers. Yeah, so this is a while ago. But still, I think you see those 58 receptions. You might even see him get to 65 receptions, maybe close to 70. You can easily tack on another 12 there this season. Not easily. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's a lot. 12 receptions is a lot. It's a lot.
You're going to see more targets.
But he's going to get more targets.
He's going to get more targets, so we'll see.
Which could lead
see if he's got it.
In my opinion, his biggest attribute is his speed. He is fast as fuck. A lot of his extra yards are gained from him getting a short route and just breaking away.
Yeah.
God, I vividly remember looking at my phone, getting a notification that he broke away for a 78-yard touchdown, and I was playing against him in fantasy. I was fucking bullshit. It was like 20 points.
Yeah. You want to move on the defense?
Yeah, we can move on to defense.
Because it really isn't too much. Like their offense it's pretty.
It didn't change.
Last year. It's not. They had a right guard leave. They added Rowledge. I think the center is Glasgow new. He might be.
The defense though. Just casually got very casually got DJ Reed.
Yep, they picked up Tyleik Williams in the first round. Tyleik Williams, from what I remember, what do I have written down in my notes? Oh yeah, so he was slightly controversial, because it seemed a little high, but I didn't care about that because it felt like the right pick. He is a run stopper, 6'3", 327, and that's what they were running a little low on the interior line. Like you got McNeil, who's big, and then you have like this guy. If you have him in the switching in and out and then you have Hutchinson on the outside, that's going to help bolster the D line, which D line is one of the most important aspects of the game. Now getting to the quarterback, it's hard to stop the pass, but if you can get to the quarterback, you can make it harder. He's athletic. The biggest thing is he's going to be able to stop the run, but can he get pressures? That's going to be a big thing. If he can get pressures, he's going to be elite. He's going to be able to stop the run. It's really, can he get pressures? Well, most likely. So, I mean, we don't know, but from what it seems like, he's a good run stopper.
The analysis has been.
Mm-hmm. But what's his pressure rate going to be? If he can get a decent pressure rate for an interior defensive guy, then it's going to be a lot harder to stop Hutchinson, because then the running back can't just like focus on helping double if he's in a blocking scheme with the offensive line. They can't really focus on him as much. That's going to open up him more. And then if he's really good, then he can take, McNeil might take a few double teams that might free up Tyleek. They could have an elite defensive line, which is really going to help their defense, which I actually think is declined a little bit from last year, but it's not much with these pickups they've made. And the big thing is going to be on the coordinator.
That's the biggest thing for me, honestly. Is what they're.
That's the biggest question mark is what's the impact?
Is the scheme going to change? Because it's a whole different coordinator.
Yeah,
what are they going to do differently? Because they're going to do something differently.
Yeah, and then are they? The biggest thing are they're going to be good. We know that. I mean, the Lions aren't going to win less than. I mean, unless if horrific injuries happen, which happens, they're going to win at least 9 games. I mean, that's like a given. It's just, are they contenders?
A given.
Are they contenders? And I think we'll know by like week 4 or 5 if they're legit again. Even if they're like 3-2 or 4-1, they're not like 5-0. You'll know just by the way they're playing if they're legit
and the way they're winning games.
Yeah, we'll know if they're a real contender. I actually think Aaron Rodgers said earlier, like he thinks there's about like 6 to 8 contenders usually in a season, sometimes 10 to 12. I tend to agree that I think there's like 6 to 8 usually legitimate contenders. But I mean, I'm also on the belief once the playoff starts, anybody's game because it's one game and done. It's a little bit different than playing a series like other sports do. You can ball bounces your way. You can beat a good team on a good day for yourself. So, but let's say 8 contenders a year is fair. Are they a part of that top 8? We'll see. My guess is I'm just so low on these coordinators. I'm not a big continuity hire guy. My guess is no. I feel like Dan Campbell is going to be training these guys up too much.
I'm just looking at all the teams. I only see, in my eyes, like maybe 4 true contenders.
Yeah, I mean 6. I think the 6 to 8 rule is pretty fair.
Like,
everybody has a chance.
Buffalo, Philly,
Ravens. I would give the Chiefs just because.
I'd give the Chiefs, but that's 4, and that's all I can.
I give the Chiefs just out of. I'll give the Chiefs just out of respect.
You're giving 2 out of respect. That's what I'm doing. Like,
I would bump the Chargers maybe as legit.
I do like the Chargers this season, but that's 5. Like I wouldn't put the Niners in there this year.
Yeah, well, the Niners are like Detroit. You got to like if you're really naming it, like if you're naming like okay, they could be like not like.
Well, yeah, but they're on the
like
edge.
You could say Niners. You could put Detroit.
But there's a gap between those first 5 we named and the other ones. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's off topic though. That's.
Yeah, but it was kind of on topic. It wasn't that bad. I think we're good on the Pack. I mean, not on the Packers, on the Lions. We're going to the Packers next.
I do really like Brian Branch. That's just a side piece. Just want to throw that in there.
Yeah. Do you know what I really like is Oh wait, we haven't gone to him yet. I lied. Well, we'll get to him. Hopefully, I think he's in the next team. I can hope.
I'm gonna take their over on wins for 9.5. I'm going over
10.5. And
I'm still going over.
See, like, I'm lower on them, but I think 11's fair. Like, do I think they're winning 15 games? Like, you could be the best team in the league. It's hard to win fucking 15 games. The ball doesn't bounce your way 1-2 games, then all of a sudden you go from 2 losses to 4. I mean, that happens all the time. That's just the nature of the game. Anybody can win on any given Sunday. Do I take the over? Wednesday. What the fuck's playing on Wednesday?
I don't know. There's Thursday games, Friday games, Saturday games, and now there's like there might be a Wednesday game down the road.
Or Thursday, or Monday, or Black Friday, or Christmas, or Thanksgiving. Whatever.
Dude, the first week of football, we have.
I'll take the over. I'm giving it a close 11 though. They're taking a step back. Because the coordinators, they're going to be a little bit worse, but but the other thing is we were just talking the division's tough.
I think they get exactly 12.
The division's just tough though. Like that's my problem with it because I could see him splitting with almost every team in the division if the other teams play up to what they're capable of. But that's we got to see what they're capable of. We know what every team in this division is capable of. It's just whether they live up to it.
Except for the Vikings. I don't know. The Vikings might.
So I'm gonna take the over. I'm gonna go exact 11. I like 11. That's where I'd put them. And we are moving on to who are we moving on to? Green Bay?
Green Bay.
No, we already talked. Did we talk about Green Bay? No, we have not. Okay, good. I think yes. Okay, we're good. All right. Green Bay, 11-6 last season, 9.5 over and under. It's crazy that they're third and 11-6. That just tells you how fucking tough this division was. I mean, 11-6. I don't know if you could pull it up, but I would say that probably wins you the division. Probably like out of the 8 divisions, probably at least 4. Yeah, I think what was Tampa? 10-7, I think. Tampa was 10-7.
So.
Maybe a little less than 4. Maybe I'm exaggerating that, but I think 11-6 wins you a division. Like definitely not third. Usually at least second, but that probably wins you a few divisions. Like I would say 4, but it's probably more like 3. Now that I think about it, but in fairness, whatever. Offense tied for 8th, defense tied for 12th. I want to talk a lot about their defense, but we'll start with the offense as we do. What do you want?
Well, one of their biggest moves for the offense. I mean, they drafted Matthew Golden.
Yep.
First round wide receiver.
Yeah, I really like Matthew Golden. He was electric in Texas. I mean, the biggest question mark, you know, a guy's good when his biggest question mark is his size. I mean, can he stay on the field? And in fairness, it's a fair critique of him. He's small, and it's going to be a lot taking hits in the NFL day in day out, and taking hits at Texas. It's going to be a lot different. He played tough competition though, so you can't knock him for that. He has great vision. If you ever watch film on this guy, he has great vision. He adjusts his routes pretty well. We'll have to see if so a big thing would be him and Jordan Love getting on the same page. We got to wait on that.
Well,
so that might take a couple weeks.
The Packers really are looking for they need it's going to sound stupid, but they need a game-breaking receiver. They need their standout one. Is that your second Diet Coke?
Yep.
Yeah, you're about to say it, man. Too.
It's addictive.
Shut up.
No.
But,
slightly.
No, they're looking for they needed to find one. I don't know who it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be DJ Reed. Sorry, DJ Reed. Jesus Christ. Jaden Reed. Will Jaden Reed actually be the standout one this year?
Well, Jaden Reed and Romeo Doubs have both flashed good ability. They both had great games. I mean, that's not debatable. They both looked good, but they've also both had bad games. But if Matthew Golden is a good wide receiver, that's a pretty solid wide receiving room. Like you can't really complain about it.
They have Dontavian Wicks too, Christian Watson. They just brought in McCole Hardman, so they have some depth. But if Matthew Golden, I don't know, not specifically Matthew Golden, but if any of those guys, probably more targeted at Romeo Doubs and Jaden Reed to be the standout one, which they both have shown they can, like you said. Jaden Reed has had some fantastic games. Also, Jordan Love doesn't have a tendency to miss.
Well, I mean, that's the biggest question. Is Jordan Love mid, as they say these days? Is he mid?
I don't think he's mid at all. I think he just can't. He just is constantly hurt, man.
This team could be a very legit offense if we get that stretch back in, was it 2023 when Jordan Love looked elite? Can we get that Jordan Love? That's good. Last year was definitely iffy. He wasn't great.
Remember, he was playing through injury. He had that thumb problem. He was out for
That's true, but I mean, this is another team where it's more. I mean, Matthew Golden, how good is he going to be? Is going to be a big piece. But I mean, the biggest piece is almost for all. I mean, what is Jordan Love? I mean, we're going to find out this season if he's only a second tier guy or if he can move up to that first tier. If he can't do it this year, then there's going to be a lot of questions in Green Bay because, like, a lot of people referred to it. I think I read an article was the limbo. The limbo is if he doesn't do that great this year, do you keep him or you get rid of him? I mean, do you take another chance on a newer guy or do you keep him? I mean, that's always a limbo with this is like 50% of the end. This is really half the teams have a mid-tier quarterback. Do you get rid of him and take a chance on a guy, try to get a great guy, or what do you do? I mean, so that's the limbo. So,
but Jordan Love he's only 26, and
that's true. But if he doesn't flash elite ability again, like he did 2 or 3 years, I think it was 2. It could have been 3, but 2 years ago, then he's not elite. I mean, he's just not. If he can't do it this year, he's 26. He's in his prime. He's not going to do it. He's probably not going to do it later. I mean, he's had enough experience at this point.
Well,
would I say you get rid of him? No, but I mean, could he become better? Of course he could. But
he'll also have Josh Jacobs, which will take a lot of the pressure off him.
They have great depth at the offensive line, but their offensive line isn't amazing. They picked up Banks, I think, at left guard, which was a solid offseason grab. Let me just look. Yep, they picked up Aaron Banks. They also picked up Mecole Hardman, which means nothing because he stinks. They lost their center. I believe they moved somebody to center. Who'd they move? I don't remember. Jenkins, that was it. I think Jenkins was a right guard. It'd be his first year at center. So this would be interesting. We see what Jenkins can do. They have Zach Tom, who's a great right tackle. I mean, one of the best. Rasheed Walker's okay, but they have a lot of depth at the offensive line, which I tell people all the time, depth is just as important as having a good offensive line. You can have the best offensive line in the league, but there's going to be injuries. Most offensive linemen are not playing 17 games. I mean, it's just a fact. Especially once they've reached like 28, they're gonna miss a game, 2 games, 3 games. It happens to all of them. I mean, they're too big. I mean, they're gonna roll a fucking ankle and not be able to step right, and then they gotta miss a game.
They take the biggest beating out of any players in the NFL, dude.
Yeah, and they're just a bit. I mean, when you're 330, I mean, you're more likely to get injured. I mean, unless you're like Matthew going 170, then your chances are high.
You're the biggest players, and you're trying to stop other fucking 250-pound powerhouses who are also agile from running downhill and ramming into you. Like, dude, you're gonna get hurt. It's just a given. Like,
you see that all the time. Like, teams have great offensive lines, but they lose 2 of them, and then all of a sudden their offensive line stinks. Yeah, and then their offensive line stinks because you have shit. And every team needs more offensive line depth. There's a huge shortage.
I would rather have 7-8 quality O linemen
than 5 great and like a couple of shitty ones in the back.
If I had a manageable offensive line that you can just like you can sub in and out a couple players like just quality so you get consistency. Jesus, Nick.
Defense was ranked 12th last year. I think the problem is I don't see their defense. Okay. The defense is ranked 12th.
Is that better or
I
worse?
don't think they'll do better than 12. I actually think they'll take and this is run by Jeff Hafley, former BC head coach.
I think they stay the same. I don't think they get better.
They could stay the same. I think they take a slight step back. Jeff Hafley loves zone. He runs zone more than he ran it at BC. He runs zone more than almost anybody. Even guys who like zone, I mean, he runs it more than them. They moved on from Eric Stokes, who wasn't great, and TJ Slane, who really wasn't great. So, they look okay, but they didn't pick up really anybody. So they're more or less the same. They did get Nate Hobbs. I didn't know that. And that's actually probably an improvement, to be honest. He's not terrible. But this just depends on Jeff Hafley. Is he going to run more nickel? You got, Edgerrin, hopefully I'm pronouncing it. Edgerrin Cooper might be one of the best linebackers in the league. I mean, he's on the come up. He was drafted not long ago. I think last year. He's young.
Xavier McKinney's also disgusting.
Yeah. This Cooper guy. I remember watching him because I follow an account that talks specifically linebackers, and usually you have your normal guys, your Greenlaws, Fred Warners, your Bobby Wagners, all those guys. But
Edwin Cooper's.
Yeah, and then Cooper came in towards the end because I guess he wasn't starting early in the season, and he slowly built up to that role. And he's been phenomenal. So I mean, that's some guy that like if you want to see if this guy's going to be elite or not, like this is like this year. If he's elite this year, that means they got one of their guys in the middle of the field locked up for a while, and he's going to be a player. And he's not that big. He's only 230, which means he can cover really well. And if you're 230 and you're good at run stopping, that's elite because that's small for run stopping linebackers.
He's a speed rusher.
Yeah, I mean. This is a good LB. Where do you go? Texas A&M. I don't even remember at Texas A&M, which is surprising. I watched a lot of Texas A&M 2 years ago, but so I mean that's an LB. You're gonna have outside linebacker, inside linebacker. You're probably gonna see some versatility there on the playing outside edge linebacker, playing in the middle at inside linebacker. We'll see. Yeah, he is going to be more of an outside guy because he's only 230. That's smaller. Like you take who they got in the middle, Quay Walker, 241. Like that's more of an inside guy that you want. Someone more 240, 250. But if he can do it, man, he can do it, and it looks like he can do it. So that's someone I'm going to be watching personally. I love defense, and everybody wants to talk wide receivers. Yeah, man, go fuck yourself. But
go fuck yourself. Yeah, I'll be watching McCall Hardman, Rod on the bench.
Oh, this was another guy I want to talk about. Van Ness, man. This guy has been playing edge for them for a minute. He stinks. What a bust he's been.
Oh, Luke Van Ness?
Yeah, I remember him in Iowa. He was disgusting. He stinks.
Dude, he's dropped to top 15.
Yeah, he's been terrible. He's good enough to be on the field. Like, if he was like a round 4, you'd been like, wow, that's pretty good quality for a round 4 guy. He's been, perennial starter.
You look at him, and then he's a first-round pick, and you're like, oh.
I don't remember him being a first-round pick. I remember at Iowa. 2023 draft year.
2023.
And he's huge, like 6'5", 272.
Top 15, Drew.
272, man. Put this guy at put him in. Have him shuffle play like old school football. Have one guy sit. Who do they got else on the inside? They have a guy named Clark who's 314. That's big. Another guy named Wyatt 3. Yeah, so have Clark, this Wyatt guy, play the inside tackle, and put Van Ness in the 3 spot in the B gaps, and I would run him there instead of outside because clearly he's not getting enough pressure.
Golf in a game, still he has a breakout year this year.
I mean, I'm looking at this on PFF. His run defense grade is 44.8. How do you have a 44.8 run defense grade at 6'5", 272 on the edge? That's huge for an edge rusher. You would think, 272, he's probably not great at pass rushing. He's probably a pretty good run stopper. You put him in on those running downs. He's not good at that. So,
they did also, I don't know if you noticed, but they did draft 2 edge rushers this year. One of them, fourth
did not know that.
Pick. So their 4th and 5th round pick they spent on edge. Baron Sorrell, he is 6'4", 260, drafted from Texas.
That's another big guy. They really like these big guys, man.
And then Colin Oliver, 6'2", 240, drafted from Oklahoma State.
But so we'll have to see. I feel like that's in limbo. I don't know. I haven't really looked at the Packer, any media around the Packers much. So maybe they. I personally would move inside, but if he's the best option, that's the best option you got. What are you gonna do? And who knows? Maybe he finally breaks. There's plenty of times first round picks look like busts, and then especially, on a position like offense or defensive line, sometimes it takes some time to adjust. But he's been great.
He adjusts, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see on him.
What's their over under?
9.5. So 2 games less than last year. See, this is another one. The problem is it all depends how because if everybody's good in this division, they're all gonna like split like 1-1 and go like 3-3 in the division.
My thing is Jordan Love gonna be all right? He always says there's always something wrong with Jordan Love, man.
Yeah, I mean, we got to wait on Jordan Love. I mean, that's someone like if you want to see a guy, see if he's on the come up and I mean, that's the guy to watch.
I still think they get 10 wins. I think they get 10.
It's such a fucking toss up.
It's so tough.
I'm gonna go under. I see 9. I just think I think their defense is gonna sit at 12. I think their defense is gonna end up more like 14th, 15th. I love Jeff Hafley, but the zone defense, he runs too much zone. I think against better quarterbacks, they're going to pick that apart. You got to mix it up. I think he needs to mix it up a little more. I just don't think they have the pass rush at the moment. They do have Rashawn Gary, who's solid, but even he's not like he's more of like a run stopper guy. So I just don't. The pass rush, I don't think is going to get there as much. So who knows? I think Jeff Hafley needs to start. Needs to start mixing in some more man blitz. And I think that would be, just here and there, the confused offense. And I think that would be beneficial.
Probably. But we'll see what they do.
Especially with a guy like Edgerrin Cooper, who's only, he's 6'3", 230. You run him off the edge, he's going to have some speed for the tackles to have to keep up with. But, yeah, so we'll have to see what he does with that. If they have a bad year, you probably let Hafley go, to be honest. I love the guy, but you're going to need someone to do better. I mean.
I know.
But at the same time, they haven't given him the best roster, so maybe they don't. I don't want to hate on them too much. This division's really tough. I mean, it's going to be a real thinking on who you think is going to win this division. I mean, it's a complete toss-up. I'd love to know what the lines are on that in a second.
I personally think it's going to be the Lions. I'm just going to that's like the easy answer, I guess.
Oh my God, that's definitely easy.
Nick.
It's got to be like 40.
Holy shit. So we got to do the Vikings and then we'll throw our pick.
Pick of the week. Pick of the week.
You want to do that now? Do you want to take an intermission? You want to do intermission from the teams and do pick of the week? And then
we'll end with pick of the week because we'll save the entertainment of the week for the next one this week.
Since we're going to do 2, we'll just split it up 1 and 1.
Yeah, right, yeah, we'll just get this. All right. 14. We'll try to run through this a little bit quicker, but 14-3, 11th in offense, 10 defense. Good coach. Love their coach personally. No more Darnold. Tough. Who knows what we're getting from McCarthy?
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't know what JJ McCarthy is.
But with JJ McCarthy, I mean, you want to talk about if you're a rookie quarterback, what team you want to go to. They have a top 5 offensive line and possibly the best receiving core in the country, maybe besides the Bengals.
And they just brought in Ryan Kelly and Will Fries to make that offensive line even stronger.
That offensive line, they got Donovan Jackson, who they took in the draft. He's playing inside, but like I said before,
Addison's
he's left guard. These guards are going to have a lot of help. It's easier to develop quicker as a guard than a tackle. Like a lot of tackles, you got to be patient. They may not be as good as they are. It takes them like a year or 2 to really get their foot in the ground. Guard, you have a lot of double teams. You're going to have a lot of help. You're going against fatter, slower guys. You don't have to right tackle and left tackle are obviously harder to play. I mean, Will Fries is elite. Kelly's a solid center. They played together both at the Colts, if I remember. And they both did a good job protecting fucking Joe Flacco. And you got to protect the statue back there, otherwise it's going to be a rough night. So
obviously they're not going to have Addison for the first 4 weeks, but even then, you still have Jalen Naylor, Justin Jefferson, and T.J. Hawkinson, who I think T.J. Hawkinson is being extremely slept on this season. Sorry, not slept on.
Yeah, I mean they're running back duo. Who they have? Aaron Jones and
Aaron Jones and
who else?
Who's their second running back?
If I remember, it's someone pretty solid.
Jordan Mason.
Yep.
Jordan Mason it's Jordan Mason, and he was very solid in the games he even started.
Behind this offensive line, Aaron Jones is gonna have Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones are gonna get yards. Behind this offensive line, how could Aaron you not get at least 3.5 yards per carry?
Aaron Jones this season. I think personally, Aaron Jones this season is gonna go to more of a receiving back position. You're gonna see him do
I
more
could
of
see
the
that.
receiving back because just he's getting a little older and he kind of been
But
such a
either
good
of them,
last season, just seemed to work.
with this offensive line, like,
Oh, they're gonna have
dude,
the blocking.
you
They're
could
gonna have
put
to block
any
all the
running
blocking you
back
can ask
back there.
for.
They're gonna look pretty solid. I mean, that offensive line is disgusting. And then here's the thing: you can't, this isn't like a team that is going to be run heavy like the Jets. You can't stack the box because you're gonna have Jordan Addison and
put Rex Burkhead on this team. He's running.
you look great. And you can't, if you stack the box, you're going to get burned by Addison, by Jefferson. And Naylor, Jalen Naylor's not great, but he's not bad. He's a good slot 3 option. And Hawkinson, he's been doing his whole career. He's going to find the little area in the defense in the zone. He's going to sit there and get his 5-yard catch, get 2 yards after the catch, 2-3 yards, break a tackle, whatever. I mean, J.J. McCarthy, as long as this offensive line doesn't get injured, which, like we were saying before, they get injured.
It happens.
But
It happens quickly.
if they can stay healthy, I mean, this offense, I mean, it depends how good J.J. McCarthy, but even if he's average, I mean, it's going to be one of the better. It's going to be one of the harder ones to play against.
But their biggest problem is, I feel like, is their defense again.
The defense going to be big
last season.
10th in defense, higher than their offense.
Yeah,
which is shocking.
I'm smoking.
Well, their coach loves the blitz, which I love. He loves blitzing, especially on third downs, which I like. Put pressure, make him look for the first read. Trust your cornerbacks.
They bought him. I don't think they brought him in. I'm pretty sure they just re-signed him. Byron Murphy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's your nickel. That's your slot nickel corner, which I love.
I do.
Greenard.
I ironically like Andrew Van Ginkel.
Van Ginkel's good. Greenard's good. I mean, this rush. So the thing is, their rush is going to be pretty damn good. So
secondary.
You're not even going to need to blitz as much as even the coach wants to, because they're going to get to the quarterback. I mean, that's a fact. Blake Cashman, former Jet. I always loved him. He developed over in Houston, I believe, after the Jets, and he's over in Minnesota now, and he's been nothing but solid. Anybody special? They got Isaiah Rodgers is a good corner. Who they pick up?
They have a tough schedule, man.
Yeah. They did lose Bynum, which is going to hurt their safety position. I forgot about that. But who did they replace him with?
Again,
they have Harrison Smith, who's not terrible, and then they have Josh Metellus, who's also. They got 2 decent safeties.
I think this season comes down to just J.J. McCarthy, man. I really do. I think it
this team could run it back with 13 wins
if J.J. McCarthy's good.
Yeah, and Dallas Turner's good. I forgot he's even on this team. Where the hell is he? He's not even a start. That's how good their edge rushes are right now.
It's all fun and games till Sam Howell comes in.
Dallas Turner is a pretty solid edge defender. He would start on a lot of teams, and he's not even starting because you have Andrew Van Ginkel and you have Jonathan Greenard in front of him. So that's another guy you're going to swap in and out for those guys to give them rest. I mean, that edge pass rush is going to be pretty elite. They did just trade Harrison Phillips to the Jets, which he's a good defensive lineman. He's more of a run stopper. So there's Harrison Phillips. He's still on here. He's a pretty good run defender, a leader in the locker room. So I don't know who they're replacing him with. From what I heard was they needed to free up some cap space. So now I don't know who's starting. Probably Jalen Redmond, I guess. From what it looks like. I don't know, but they're going to have to figure that out. But, I mean, it should be fine. I mean, they got enough depth, I'm sure. But that's a loss, unfortunate loss. But, I mean, it's not the end of the world for them, for sure. You got to free up cap space. You got to free up cap space. Is what it is. I think that deal they're actually still paying 3.7 out of like the 8 million.
Nobody wants to pay that tax.
No.
Not a goddamn
Have
soul.
anything else on him?
I don't.
Nope. I think that's good.
What's
I mean, there's
their,
not this
I mean,
division is the
what's
toughest division to look at.
what's their over-under? I want to see.
I don't know if I wrote it down. Did I? I did not write it down. With the new quarterback, they went 14-3. I bet it's like 10.5. What is it?
Probably less. I'll be honest with you. After this, dude, I gotta stretch. My back hurts from sitting in the fucking chair.
Yeah.
Their over-under is, dude, like it's the even line is 9.5. Like I might like.
I would take the over. I'm going over. I think I went over on every team. Oh no, I went under on
I think I might take
Green
the under.
Bay.
I think I might
went
take
under
the
in
under.
Green
I'm not
Bay.
gonna get too overzealous in the Vikings. I think they're an 8-9 team just because of JJ McCarthy.
So it's 9.5.
Comes out and he's a star. It's 9.5. I think they're an 8-9 team.
So it's a 10.5 or 10.
It's 9.5, so it'd be 10.
9.5. I'm gonna take the over. I think they get 10.
I'm gonna take the under. I think they're gonna be like an 8-9 win team, and I don't know. I just like I said, it really. I hope maybe I'm wrong. Maybe JJ McCarthy comes out and he's just a fucking force.
He doesn't even need to be that good though.
No, I know, but I think that team's success does rely on him a lot.
I would say they're gonna have probably a winning record, but depending on if they're gonna be a contender or not is gonna rely on him.
I could really see them just, him being average, like not average, him being moderate, like a good first-year quarterback. Like he's a good quarterback who's just started. It's because he's technically a quote-unquote rookie.
But if he's moderate, I see 10-7 easy, just because the receiving and the running and the offensive line. I mean, they're gonna put points, man, and the defense is solid. And
the thing is, though,
nothing like real. To go to the bank with, but
8 wins to 10 wins is just two bad missed field goals. It's football.
Yeah.
Anything is possible.
All right.
Is that all you got?
Let's get on. Let's get on to our pick of the week.
Nick, unmute and speak your pick. You haven't heard your voice in a while.
Oh boy. Hold on. Just give me a second here.
You already picked the pick. You already know what it is. We've
I know.
This part.
Hold on. I'm texting someone. So my pick. Oh, I got a doozy for you guys, right? I'm taking the Chargers spread. What did I get the spread at again?
I think it was -1.5.
Minus 2.5, actually.
2.5.
So
2.5.
Got the Chargers minus 2.5 spread, because you know why? Because they're going against the fucking bumfuck 49ers. Go fuck the 49ers, man.
I actually really like that.
49ers can go eat a fucking Frank upside down.
Because I think I heard the 49ers are playing no starters, so which a lot of teams aren't.
Great, love it.
Trey Lance, baby.
Shit starters anyway.
All right, Brady, you and me.
I can go. Yours is more like a wake up and smile. I'm taking Tommy Fleetwood to just crack the top 10 in the PGA Tour Championship. It's only -125. Nothing really too crazy.
You got anything else to say on that?
I just really don't see him falling outside of the top 10. I mean, he would have to play quite bad.
True.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have much to say about it. Just take it.
I moved up to 6 wins in a row. Yes, undercashed. I think we all won our bets, so it was a triple crown win. I'm taking the St. George Illawarra Dragons versus South Sydney Rabbitohs, as some people call them, the Bunnies. I'm taking St. George plus 1.5. St. George plus 1.5. It's happening. I don't even know if this podcast will be up yet, but it's happening tomorrow morning. but we will have the picks up at least, so people will be able to see it. But
Yeah, I think my game
6-2 record, not bad. What's everybody at? I moved to 6-2. Brady, you moved to 5-4. Nick, you moved to 4-4. We're still waiting on your Philadelphia Union bet.
Yeah, that's only gonna happen in December. Stay tuned.
Philadelphia Union, go Philadelphia.
Go Philly.
I guess. Yeah. All right. I think that clears it. A lot of chatting. You know, it's tough to go through. The problem is, I know everybody. We're the Basement Banter podcast, but when you have to do 4 teams in one podcast, it's a lot. There's not going to be much banter until we get into the. Once we get into the season, it'll be there. Right now, this is stats, how we think the season's going to go.
Bets.
Each episode, you know, just we're getting you guys ready for the NFL season. What we expect, what you should expect. It's gonna be tough to do anything else before that. As you can see, it took us over an hour to do 4 teams.
Yeah,
we could talk all.
Sorry,
look,
1 hour 11 minutes.
Yeah, and these, you know, when you're doing 4 teams, it could easily hit the 1.5. If you really get into it, you could easily hit the 1.5.
I thought we were gonna hit like 120. I thought we were getting close to that. We still might.
We flew through the Minnesota.
I feel like if
they were
I
an
hadn't
team.
given you guys an update on the time, you guys might have gone to like 1:30.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean, we want to chat. I mean, once the season starts, it's going to be great. We're going to have baseball playoffs. We're going to be, we're just going to be chatting about who stinks in the NFL. But right now, we got to talk about, now we're giving you guys.
What bets fuck us on the Sunday that we could just get fucked up on.
Well, we're giving you guys hope if your team sucks. We're giving you some stats and what could happen. We're
I need to stretch so bad, dude. My back hurts.
So that'll do it. Thank you for tuning in.
We'll be back soon.
We'll see you. We're gonna do another podcast this week. We'll see you. We'll see you this week again, and then we'll see you 2 times next week, and then 2 times the week after that, and then until we're done with the NFL, and then that'll put us right into the season.
Before you shut it off, Nick, I did have an idea I wanted to present.
So happy football season.
I'm highlighting you.
How would you? So Drew.
All eyes on Brady.
Drew, how would you?
And just so everybody knows, I am not wearing a bra.
No one's looking at your goddamn tits. But
I'm wearing a stringer under this.
Now they're looking at.
Not wearing a bra.
You're minimized right now, but yeah, he's not. It's those echo beaters.
I just want everybody to know it looks like I'm wearing a bra here, so I just wanted everybody to know it's not a bra. What?
All right. Anyways, to Brady, he's standing like a supervillain.
Hear me out. We should do live streams for the Thursday night games, or the Monday night games, since we get fucked up. Since we're already just watching them drinking anyway.
Yeah.
Could be risky.
I agree. I think it would be better just to do like when our teams play, and we switch off. Like 1 week it'll be the Jets, 1 week it'll be the Titans.
That would work too. Something along the lines of that. I
think that would be better.
There's more fine tuning, but that was the rough idea. I didn't really think about it. I kind of just came up with it right now. I really need to.
Well, I'm gonna say this now. It's got to be either Monday night, Thursday night, or like the 1 o'clock slate. It can't.
Yeah, no.
It can't be the Sunday
late game.
Slate.
It can't be the late game. We're too drunk. We're already.
We're gonna start live streaming
Nick.
at like. We're gonna start live.
We gotta do a live stream.
Game,
we gotta do
fucking hammered. You're gonna.
Yeah, we gotta do the London games. We gotta do the London game. We have to do one.
The London game.
That's gonna be great.
People need to know what we do on London games.
The London game it's
5 in the fucking morning. We're gonna be drinking.
Yeah.
All right, Nick.
Well, not 5 in the morning, but
I don't know when the fucking London game starts.
9:30. 9:30.
9:30. We're gonna be fucking hammered.
We won't be hammered. We'll be starting.
We'll be starting.
By the end of the game, we'll be feeling it.
A little pre-game drink.
Yeah. The Bailey's in the coffee.
It's not pre-gaming. Pre-game would be at like 6 a.m. You can't pre-game that.
Well, I'm not pre-gaming at 9:30 a.m.
I'm not gonna be pre-gaming the London game.
No.
And we also actually before we end this, When we go to the game, especially like week 11, Gillette versus at Gillette Patriots Jets, that would be a good one to like bring the camera for the tailgate.
I agree.